Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Ba'asharakakadash. Double honors unto the elder apostles, a great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now there's a new article which we already know in the spirit, but now they confirming it in the physical form. Now this is the article, right? It says here, Facebook studied Instagram's toxic effect on teen girls, right? Facebook knows Instagram is toxic for girls. All these social medias is actually toxic for girls. But that's how you destroy a nation, right? Because it says here that Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore. So don't cause your daughter to be a whore, because you would be the cause of it. This is actually talking about back in the days. Back in the days we had dowries for our daughters. So then you had a man that would come ask the hand of your daughter. Here you have a man that has $1 million, for example. And here you have a man, but he's a piece of shit. And here you have a man that has only $1,000 to his name, but he's an honorable, respectable man. He comes from a respectable family. Treat your daughter right. This one is just going to pimp your daughter like a hoe and stuff like that. But you're going to get that million. So do not cause her to be a whore by basically selling her out like how you sell prostitutes, man. Right. But the other one is, nowadays, it says, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore. Don't dress your daughter in don't do this. Don't do this, man. Don't do this. Don't do this with your daughter, man. Don't be dressing them up in sexy clothing and stuff like that. Don't do this. Don't do this. What you're doing is you're creating a shameless beast, because when she grows up, she's gonna think this is normal. Just like if you have, for example, Chinese people in America, they don't eat dog. Well, a lot of them don't eat dog because they would see that animal as a pet. But when you go to China, they do eat dog, and they do see it as food. You know what I'm saying? Because they growing up in that environment, so they will have a different mentality, right? The same thing with teaching your children, how to dress properly according to the Bible, how to dress properly according to the Bible, right? So it says here, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore. The person that set up OnlyFans, he is causing the daughters of his own race to be whores, because it's an Edomite that set up that webpage. Pornhub, all these places are set up to cause the females to be a whore, and that is all set up, by the way. But Esau is doing it to his own daughters, because as soon as they turn 18, the majority of the porn girls on the planet Earth are Caucasian females. And the ratio you have here, here, that thing. No, not the biggest consumers. I saw this a while ago, and it shows that the Caucasian female is the majority of women in porn. Wait, right. This is what I'm talking about. For obvious reasons, I had to cut the screen capture off. But then check this out. It shows you that the majority of these Caucasian females, they're actually in that porn. They're the biggest porn whores, basically, on the planet Earth. Now that says a lot about their race. Yeah, 14%. But this is only 5,000 people. But if you was to count 1 million, they would still be in the majority, right? Majority. You have Latin females, you have Asian females, and you have the 1% are the so-called mixed people and stuff like that, right? But the thing is that they're the biggest group in porn. And who causes this? Because who set up Pornhub? Who causes them to be whores? And by the way, these people are checking also what is the most searched in these regions and countries and stuff like that. I had another one, wait. Right, they're doing studies and stuff like that. They know like porn star by state, sorry. And they know a lot of whores come from here, California, and stuff like that. You're a whore, not a sex worker. Whatever. Sex worker, whatever. You're a whore, you're a prostitute. You just call the porn star right now. A star. You're a porn star. Anyway, they calculate the regions from where these females come from. A lot of them, of course. But anyway. So, who's causing them to be a whore? Esau. And he's whoring out his own daughters. And a whoremonger will not make it into the kingdom. That's a pimp, by the way, if you didn't know. Because the dictionary lies that a whoremonger is one who pays for a whore, like pays. It's a whore's customer. No, it's not. A monger means a seller. A whore is a prostitute. So a whoremonger is a prostitute seller. So it says here, Leviticus 19 and 29, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. Because you're going to have envy, strife, jealousy, of course. You're going to have, if these girls are doing all these type of things, you're going to have murder. You're going to have killings. You're going to have a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of bloodshed, blood spill, because of these daughters being promiscuous, having sex with each and every person they feel like. I can remove this. Right, so it says here, Facebook, right? So let me read the article. Facebook studied Instagram's toxic effect on teen girls, downplayed problem to public. So they're downplaying the problem to the public because they want the land to be full of mayhem and destroyed, because that's one of their elites, their plans. And they're destroying the daughters of Israel also in the process. But they're destroying their own nation too. Isaiah chapter 14 speaks about that. The company's internal research revealed app may cost what a joke. They always use may as if, like, put the doubt up in your mind there. You know what I'm saying? Is this real? Maybe it's not. Cause major mental health issues, specifically around self-image, right? Because these girls are delusional. They're not that bright. So it says here, Job chapter 39, verse 17, because the Heavenly Father had deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. They're not that bright. They're very smart to do wicked stuff. I'll tell you that. To deceive, they're very good at that. But then to actually obey, they're not that good at that, because the only one that obeys most of the time these are the ones that actually obey their book. They really want to walk like this. Don't get me wrong, I know some freaks too. They're freaky, but they won't do it in the open because they have something that is called shame face. And and these are in Europe, so that means they choose to dress like this in their own country. Of course, you have a few that don't want to, but here in Europe and in America, these Arab chicks, they can actually choose for it. Some of them can choose, especially if they're second or third generation of Muslim or Arab immigrants and stuff, like so-called immigrants. So yeah, they get to choose because they're in Europe now. Esau gave them that freedom. Facebook-owned Instagram has attracted a younger user base for the company, but internal research confirms that the app is linked to major mental health repercussions, especially in young girls, a discussion that many critics and experts have raised over the years. You always got to ask yourself, who are these critics and experts? They're never mentioned. So these people are doing studies. Yes, they are. Just like how they're doing studies is in which region is looking for something. online and stuff like that. The most Googled Joe Biden, for example. The most Googled person in U.S. in 2020 was President-elect Joe Biden. You see, the most Googled celebrity, Joe Exotic. I'm not even gonna type that. I don't know, some kind of porn or something. Yeah, Elon Musk, Kanye West. I know, and Johnny Depp. I don't even want to know who the hell that is, boy. I'm not even gonna try. So yeah, so it says for the last few years, Instagram researchers have been studying this impact on their users. Their findings, obtained from the internal Facebook message board by the Wall Street Journal, revealed 32% of teen girls who felt bad about their body, felt worse because of Instagram. Among those having suicidal thoughts, 13% of British teens and 6% of American teens linked that desire to Instagram, according to the research. And not only that, they're turning into whores. Have you seen these Instagram? Wait, there's literally almost millions, man. It's hundreds of thousands of them, man. Let me say it again: hundreds of thousands of them, all naked or half naked, online. This could be your daughter, you know. But then they're giving them the chance to be the whores that they desire to be within their soul, and they're lying too. I remember this story. You have mental health issue to be a liar, because it says here Dubai model exposed by co-passenger after she posed in business class cabin and posted photos online. Then went back to go sit in the in the commercial part of the plane where she belongs. Instagram versus reality. Model canceled out for pretending to be in business class on flight. Right. So they're lying too. They're fake. A lot of them are so fake. But this is a mental health issue, to be the desire to be a liar, to live a fake life. You know what I'm saying? Fakeness. So I'm not gonna read too much about this. It's not very. The aspect of it is interesting, but I'm not interested in it. So I'm gonna go to the scriptures. And so I'm gonna start here. For example, the book of Sirach in the Apocrypha 25:21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman. Don't stumble at this. Like fall on your face. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't stare at these females. You give them more props than they actually deserve. It's just a regular thing. I stare at my PlayStation screen, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? Just to let them know, like, you're not that great, right? Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Don't lust after her for pleasure. There's another scripture that says, "Lust not for a woman." Yeah, not this one. Not this one. Lust after her for no, that's not that. Here it is. It is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. Don't get fooled by these chicks just because they're pretty. Don't lust after her within your spirit, because it's unprofitable for you. Of course, you have lust for your wife, for example, but that shouldn't be that demonic satanic lust. That just should be just of course you're gonna lust for your wife, but not in a demonic way. Like for example, lust not in for these Instagram models and stuff like that. Cause I forgot her name, but Lana Rhodes or something. This is a porn star, and she is she's ex porn star, essentially. Okay. Ex porn star confirms pregnancy. The mother of your children is a whore. Is a prostitute. It's online. The mother of your child is online, and now she wants wants her she said ex-adult film star Lana Rhodes wants all her videos deleted, but it's not gonna happen. I probably had $100,000 in my bank when I quit shooting porn, and now I'm a multi-millionaire because of the other businesses that she does. But then still, she wants all her stuff offline. Now she's ashamed because she said she was young and dumb. Basically, that's it. That's their excuse. And now she says, yeah, but she's determined to overcome her negative perceptions. Yeah, I saw you sucking stuff, swallowing stuff. It's horrible, and that's what your children are gonna see. Anyway, so going on to over here. The book of Sirach 26 verse 15. And a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. You can't value that because she's actually a very good woman. But don't try and find this one, boy. The book of Sirach 26 and 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. There you go. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. I just showed you the pictures of the type of females that their mind is well instructed because they willingly choose to cover their head when they walk the streets. That's in an Islam thing. I'm just giving you an example. The book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. What is a female dog? A bitch. So the Bible is calling you bitches. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. You might say a male dog, but then what is a female dog? You got it right. That's right. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A shameless woman doesn't fear the Lord, man. That's why they're all up on Instagram. They're shameless. They're dogs. They're a bunch of bitches. I would be ashamed to stand in my underwear and make millions of people be able to stare at me. They take a picture, come on your picture. Filthiness, man. Do all kind of horrible stuff with your pictures. You know what I'm saying? Ecclesiasticus, and you have a lot of sodomites on the planet Earth, so they're going to do it too. Believe me, for every person on the planet Earth, there is somebody that likes you. Look at this guy. He get more pussy than me. I mean, he at least gets his dick wet. Let me see. Head transplant guy is married. This guy, Sergio. Sergio Canavero. This is his wife. Russian man. This is his wife. She got married. She met him when he was about to do a head transplant. And then he said he doesn't want to do it no more. He's getting ahead in life. Disabled Russian who volunteered for world's first head transplant reveals Grammer's new wife and miracle son. after moving to Florida when surgery was canceled. So he moved to Florida from Russia. But the reason he didn't want to do it no more is because where is it? Where is it? By the way, these are all in the news articles. Look at him. This dude has a baby and a girl. His wife, who has a master's degree in chemical technology and previously studied in Italy, underwent tests during pregnancy. That's his wife. And look at him. Well. But the thing is, I was looking for the reason why he says he doesn't want to do it no more. Because he said that, yeah, I now have something to lose. I'll put the link in the description box, man. And I can't find it right now. Maybe last one. But what did I have to lose? I could not lose just a tiny chance to walk normally. No, I'm not looking for that. He says basically he doesn't want to do it no more. Wait, head transplant guy said he'll. Yeah, it says here, man set for world's first head transplant cancels surgery after falling in love and also getting a child. So yeah, there you have it. Don't need this anymore. So it says here, Sirach 9 and 4. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer. Aren't these Facebook girls, these Instagram girls trying to get that fame? Because a singer is also kind of the same, but she's a singer. Don't use the company of a female that is a singer. Stay away from them. They're very bad. Their whole spirit is just wrong. They seek attention, love attention. They love standing in the spotlight. They love to be glorified. Stay away from a female like that. That is the opposite of a silent woman. She's freaking singer. You can see her tonsils from time to time. Right? That's that thing in the back of your throat. That little weird thing. For the people, yeah, because people here in Europe don't know a lot of English words. Anyway, it says here, lest thou be taken with her attempts, she's going to test you. That's girls around the world, stupid stuff like that. Call Tyrone, very disrespectful things. Right? Sirach 42 and 12. Behold not everybody's beauty. Don't stare at these girls if they have a man. And sit not in the midst of women. Don't chill around these females, man. They're all about gossiping, and you're gonna take over their spirit, especially if you're a young man. Then you're just gonna be a beast. That's why a lot of an emotional beast. That's why a lot of girls, or actually older females, they would say, no, I don't have no female friends, because they're all about trouble. Because they know don't hang around a lot of females. It's bad for your health. They're gonna get you in trouble. The book of Sirach 26 verse 2. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. That is what you get if you have a virtuous woman. Stay off of Facebook. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Yeah, those are them Facebook girls. You're dead from the neck up. You're spiritually dead too, because your spirit is just off. So it says here, the book of Sirach 26 and 22. A harlot, yeah, a porn star, a slut, shall be accounted as spittle. What is spittle? That thing that you spit saliva on the ground. This, but then out of man's mouth or woman's mouth, whatever. Just spit, especially as ejected from the mouth. The spittle. That's a whore. Now you know what the Bible says that you're worth. The Heavenly Father says that you're worth. An harlot shall be counted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Why? If you don't bother him and stay faithful, he's going to live a long life because of you. But if you be a demon and you're just constantly bombarding him with your irritations, he's going to die. Yeah, he's going to die because of you. You know, you're bothering me, you're stressing me out. Beast. Wildebeest. Now it says here, Proverbs 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Yeah, man. You don't try and find this, man. Let it stumble upon you. If you try and find it, you're gonna die you're gonna die early of old age. Yes, I said it good. You're gonna die early of old age because you're gonna get so tired and so weary that you're just gonna drop dead. But they do exist. I have never seen one. It's like a unicorn. It doesn't exist. Unicorns don't. Actually, unicorns do exist. Oh, yeah, not an elephant. And, that's a unicorn. Yeah, it's very strong. Some of them have 2 horns. Some of them have 1. A 1-horned rhino. This is a unicorn too, because these animals used to exist. These animals are very strong, and they were very strong then. Right. Yeah, here you have the 1-horned rhinos, and they do exist, by the way. But yeah, look at them here. The 1-horned rhino. I think when they get bigger, they get 2, but some of them just get big and they stay with 1 horn. Like this one, 1 horn. It's fully grown. Which I haven't seen a rhino in real life, so yeah. That's how much you can get that's the ratio of getting a virtuous woman. Seeing a rhino in real life, in the wild, not a circus or a picture. You haven't seen a rhino in the wild. Well, that's as much as how you gonna find a virtuous woman. I would think. I don't know the ratio. I don't know the percentage. I'm just saying. Proverbs 9 and 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Clamorous means you talk a lot. Like them clams. Yap, 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 yap. Making a loud and confusing noise. So it says here, Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. I didn't do anything. You know? Right. So 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. Keep your daughters away from Facebook, man. Why? Here. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. And also dwell with your daughters according to knowledge. Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Right. Because there's going to be a lot of trouble if you have trouble in your house, especially with your wife. And it's going to mess with your mind, so you can't really focus on Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Because it says in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, it says that, or was it Romans 7? One of those two. I think it's 1 Corinthians 7. It says that then, he that has a wife careth for the things of the world, because he wants to please his wife. Here, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 33. But he that is married careth for the things of the world, how he may please his wife. Verse 32. But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. So yeah, there you have it. So she's the weaker vessel, so you need to dwell with them according to knowledge. Get your daughter. Don't give your daughter a phone to cause her to be a whore. Keep that phone away from her. She's going to do crazy things, like send nude pictures to different boys. And then, for example, let's say she's a teenager, like 15, 14, and she starts sending nude pictures to her then current boyfriend, whatever. She's not even supposed to be it. But then again, can't control these demons. That moist little thing starts tingling like spider sense, and then they want to get plowed like their field. They want to get plowed. But then yeah, so you have them sending then pictures to their current boyfriend or just a guy that they like, and then or do some sex acts and tape it on their phone, record it. And then when they're older, maybe like 30 years old or something like that, and they have now fully grown kids, for example, just an example, or just teenage kids themselves, then a man can come and say, hey, is this your mother? And the child could just cry, like, I used to f your mama. I'm sorry, I could have been your daddy. It's horrible. It's horrible for that to be in existence. That a man can show you how he used to plow your mother in a doggy position, before you was born, before your father ever did it. You know how horrible that actually is if you think about it. Think about it. When you was 16, you was getting fucked in the mouth, sorry I have to say it like that, by a dude. And with that same mouth, you kiss your daughter or you kiss your son now. Those things are very, very possible nowadays, man. And it's even more possible. It's more possible, but it's even possible that it got videotaped of a dude, putting his the thing that he pisses with in your mother's mouth. And she kissed you with that mouth too. You should remember that. Put that in your head. Now it says here, felt unattractive, blah blah blah. It has like a self-imaging thing, but they're not wise, so they're stupid, because females always think that they don't look good enough. You don't need makeup for a man. All you need to do is exist. But try and convince him of that. Good luck. Now it says here, 1 Timothy 2 and 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. Women are being deceived by this. They're being tricked. And they're very easy to be tricked, because they're not that bright up there. They're very easy to influence. And if Facebook knows this, why don't they shut that whole thing down or approach it differently? No, it's about money and the destruction of this society. You can read the book of Sirach yourself. I wanted to read it, but I'm actually 33 minutes deep. I wanted to do it before 20, but then again, it didn't work out like I wanted it to. So, with that, you can read this chapter for yourself. And also the book of Sirach, chapter 42. That's a good one too, if I'm correct. Let me double check. Let me see, 42. 41 is also good. Behold on everybody's beauty. Yes, sit not in the midst of... Oh, yeah, but a virtuous woman. Courteous woman, actually. Yeah, better is the churlishness of a man. Sorry, Sirach 42 and 14. Better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman. Back in the days, I actually thought this meant a churchless man, because English is not my first language. But then I looked it up. I actually thought it said church, but I also didn't read good. It's like some kind of dyslexia thing or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't focusing, and I had this for a long time. I read churchless, like this, church. This is what I read. I read this, man. I'm not playing. It looks alike. I was reading it fast all the time. For a very long time. I don't know if it was a year or two, but I wasn't reading it that often. That's why. I read it maybe like 2 times a year, whatever, something like that. Having a bad disposition, surely, as valiant as a lion, basically a brutish man, right? Churlish as a bear, very rough. Benefit of churl, boorish, like a boar, or vulgar, boorish person. Rough and bad mannered, coarse. So that's churlish. So it says here, better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman. Even a courteous woman is not good. Polite, respect, or considerate in manner. A brutish man is better than a courteous woman. You might think it's wrong, but it's not. I have seen females kick each other out just because of the girl dresses better than her or something like that. They take them in, and then they be friends, and then she kicks her out for a stupid reason. And then I have seen men that are drug dealers, like real rough thug, like mother busters. When their friend is in need, they give them the house. They be like, you know what, take this house. You know what I'm saying? I was using it for stuff, but you can live here. Don't worry too much about the rent. Just get back on your feet and stuff like that. And that's a drug dealer that doesn't even care about the people that he's destroying, the lives, the families that he's destroying when he sells that dope to the mother or going to be mother, or to that son, man that's going to be a father, or he's an uncle, and he is a son of somebody, as the woman is a daughter, so of somebody, people. They don't care. But the thing is, even a churlish man is better than a courteous woman. So you need to understand that also. A woman, I say, which bringeth shame and reproach, especially if it's your daughter, on Facebook, she will bring you shame. Standing all naked, posing, doing sexual poses, like and somebody walk up to you, thought, no, I'm not gonna wait. Yeah, it's all good. See, Mitch, right? They're doing all these sexual and poses and stuff like that. And this, and if this was your daughter, I would. They would lock me up. I would take you to an Arab country, and then scream blasphemy. Now I would just do some shit, and to cause you to be hanged in that land. I ain't playing. Bye bye. I'll make a new one. I'll make a new you. Yeah. By the way, I'm just thinking out loud. But it's very disrespectful. She bringeth reproach and shame to you. That's just horrible. It's horrible. Anyway. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. By the way, keep your daughters off of Facebook, man. And Instagram. Right? Because they're going to meet up with these type of things. They're going to meet up with these type of things. They're going to bump into them. Then they're going to want to look like this. I'm talking about black females too. They're going to want to look like this. Have you seen their hair? This is what they imitate. This is black females find white females so beautiful. They look like them, especially from the back. Look. They look like them. Look at this. They look red cheeks. This is the epiphany of beauty for a black female. And if your daughters be on Instagram, guess what they want to look like? They're going to want to look like this. They say women know women's intuition, right? Women know better. If they know better, then and they see this as the standard of beauty, then maybe I should start looking at these chicks too. Like, hey, I think this is then a great partner or something like that, because they it's affirmed that they find this attractive and beautiful. So maybe I should be looking that way too. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Women know best, right? That's what they say. That's a saying, right? Women's intuition or something. Women know best, something like that. Women know everything now. There's a saying, women know best or something, or women intuition, something like that. Of course, men know best everything. What? Really, you need whatever, man. So with that, I'm gonna say, shalom. And this is how you make a woman happy when she's sad. Buy her things. And this is how you make a man happy when he's sad. Show me something. I don't need anything else, just your existence. That's good enough. Now let's go play. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.